Money Day, ladies and gents. You're here with your host, Pastor Pips, bringing you another week of market outlook. So we are slowly heading towards the end of 2022. And yeah, let's take a look at how the market is likely to head to and how that's going to affect things moving forward. Now, as we always do, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also check out www.lickcapital.co.uk. We do currently have a Cyber Monday sale going on, guys. It is Sunday, and that will finish on Monday. So you do have, a good few hours for the release of this market outlook to, of course, take advantage of that. Now, with that being said, as we always do, let's head over to the economic calendar. So first things first, on the Monday, we do have ECB President Lagarde speaking at 1:45 for the euro. A very early one, I might say. Composite and services PMI for the pound at 9:30. Non-manufacturing PMI at 3 o'clock, for the dollar. Tuesday, we have interest rate and RBA rate statement for the Aussie. So if you are someone that is trading the Aussie, a very big, huge news there. Definitely do take notice of that release. Now, moving on, we do have construction PMI for the pound at 9:30. Now, 3 o'clock, we have CAD, IV PMI. Another statement for the Aussie at 3:30, and short-term energy outlook for the dollar at 5 o'clock. Wednesday, we have GDP for the Aussie. So very, very heavy Aussie week, it seems like so far. We have some more interest rate for the Bank of Canada, crude oil inventories, as we always do on a Wednesday, and GDP for the yen coming later stages of the evening. Thursday, we have President Lagarde speaking twice, one at 12 o'clock noon and one at 6 o'clock. In between that, we do have some initial jobless claims for the dollar. And Friday, we finish off with the only high impact news being the dollar PMI at 1:30. So it seems to be a very heavy Aussie and CAD week. There are a little sprinkles of some pound and, to the latter stages of the week, some dollar news as well. Now, let's take a look at what the chart and what setups I have for you guys this week. Now, I'm going to start things off. First things first is looking at the dollar. So in terms of what we have been seeing from the dollar, right, we've actually seen price continue to fall since breaking the structure over here. Of course, when we pulled back, rejected, made that new low, made a lower high, and of course, price just continued to break down even lower. So last week, we actually saw price mitigate this daily candle and then continue to drop further. Now, I am actually anticipating this because of this reaction I've seen here. I'm anticipating this coming down lower. Now, the levels that I do have for you is this weekly imbalance. The foot of this candle, the first area to look out for is 103.418. I do want price to come into this area. When we do look at the things from the monthly picture, it is still inside this monthly lit candle. So we'll definitely see how that pans out. A very, very good rejection when we do look at the yearly chart. Okay, so the 12 monthly chart, a very decent rejection from this candle here. Now, obviously, looking at things a little bit closer, I want to see price, of course, reject from this area and continue to push up higher. Now, due to the fact that, and we are approaching the end of the year, prices are more likely going to finish around where they are currently. What they are currently doing, prices are more likely to continue doing so. But of course, we are in a space where anything can happen. Of course, this is just my hypothesis. Doesn't mean that it is necessarily going to come into fruition. Now, let's move on. I'm going to start with the SPUs, the S&P. So last week, was expecting that short to, of course, come and fill this imbalance here from the push up that we got coming off the back of Jerome Powell speaking. So as you can see there was my short entry. We didn't actually quite push high enough for me to personally take the trade. However, the setup was correct. We've actually pushed down lower and we've rejected, and we've started to push up higher come the end of market close last week. Now, looking at things from the daily perspective, I'm in a little bit of two minds because prices can definitely come back down lower. However, I am more anticipating price pushing back up to this daily lit candle where we actually saw price reject and made that new weekly lower low. So if we can actually push up back into these areas, I'll feel a lot more confident in taking the short. Now, prices may slow down throughout the rest of the year and throughout the rest of this month and only slowly trickle up higher and higher into that zone, but I am expecting things to push up a little bit higher. What could actually potentially happen is we could actually spike slightly above this high here to take out the liquidity, and then we get a reaction. So right now we are slowly trickling up higher and higher and higher, and that seems to be the case for now. Moving on to US30, we have in fact taken out the liquidity that was sitting above this high. We reacted off of it. We came back down lower. We pushed back up. We've tested this daily candle, and we look set to push up higher. Now, this daily candle sitting above here, sitting at price 34,500 or 3,500, sorry. 35,000, should I say, is the area in which I will be anticipating price potentially giving us some short. So if we can actually continue to push up higher, and then once we reach that area, we can potentially look for a potential move. Moving on to the NAS 100. Realistically, we do still have a lot of daily imbalance sitting inside here. So I am actually expecting price to attempt to push up higher and fill some of these areas. Now, the pictures for the indices, more or less used to, look quite similar. However, the pictures are quite skewed, okay? One price is higher than the other, and one is a lot lower than the other, which is perfectly A-okay. Now, we may actually get some bearish price action to start off the week, but I am going to expect it to continue to push up higher, as I said, for the NASDAQ to push into this daily imbalance here. On the weekly, we are still currently sitting inside this weekly candle. It will be interesting to see what price actually does inside this level. The NAS 100 actually has been holding quite low prices compared to the S&P and US30. So it'll be very interesting to see how that reacts. But it's absolutely okay if it does so. Now, I'm going to move over to GBPUSD and kind of talk about that. So off of the weekly candle was actually expecting price to react either inside this imbalance or off of this weekly candle for us to potentially get a rejection. Now, we did in fact get the rejection. However, it was a very short-lived one. Prices never really continued. And of course, after I saw price reject here, push down and actually blow past, okay, we did get a very nice test of this daily candle, and we are continuing to push up higher. When we do actually start to see some short price action happening, with price actually taking out this lower high, I am now in a phase of potentially buying this once price comes down and hits this weekly candle here. Of course, structure has now shifted. So, even though economically speaking, it would make more sense for us to keep selling the pound against the dollar, it may not necessarily be the case at the moment. And that's perfectly A-okay. And with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, every day is money day. Peace. I'll see you guys later.